Hello friends, welcome back. Before moving ahead with the Nifty, Bank Nifty and Sensex levels for tomorrow, that is 20th of August, let us review about yesterday's levels. Yesterday we marked up these levels: blue line, resistance, support. Right? Today we opened below blue line, but we closed above blue line. First 45 minutes we did not sustain. After that there was a sideways movement, and then we started moving upside, but we did not cross yesterday's level. If you see, we have not crossed yesterday's level. That is a good sign that still we 25,000 levels is acting as a high resistance level still now. But you have to be careful. You have to, as I said yesterday, you have to trade level to level. Today we got a small trade over here, right? And after that a small trade over here, but our trading stop loss got hit. You got it? So Nifty, the levels 25,000 is acting as a strong resistance right now. Since we have very close to it, you have to be careful for tomorrow's opening and how the market is reacting. Right, let us plot out the levels for tomorrow. I hope you are watching out this level and you are marking the levels in your chart, so that you come to know where you should take up a trade until where you have to trade, right? So the trade got executed over here. Trailing stop losses got hit in this range, but over here we got a good trade. We got a good momentum also. Obviously Nifty expiry is coming down on Thursday, so some volatility of expiry was also seen today. So let us move ahead and mark up the levels for tomorrow, that is 20th of August. So this now moves upside, and this is going to be your resistance for tomorrow, right? Let us so yeah, this will be the resistance, and once you cross up this resistance, you have a good range for a moment. That is still 25,066. See, Nifty, we have this gap yet to be filled, so you have to be very careful. You will short only when this 50 EMA gets broken. Till that time you are not supposed to short the Nifty, since you will get a bounce on 50 EMA again and again. But if you want to see that when this gap is going to be filled, only once the 50 EMA is broken, we can see the gap getting filled. That too, first filling will be half the way, and then second filling we might see a full filling, right? So this is going to be my tomorrow's opening where I am going to open. If I am opening below this and 50 EMA will get broken, then obviously I can see the levels coming down till 24,770 levels. After that I can see again a bounce back. So you have to trade. Once you get a red candle over here and here, you have to start trailing immediately. Do not wait for the full targets. Am I very clear on the count, right? So tomorrow opening will be very crucial. If you are opening above this resistance, obviously long positions you can take, but you have to be careful. If the setup is coming down on options premium, then only you will be able to take up the long positions. Otherwise, long positions taking at this junction is very highly risky. Let us check out for the 4 hours chart. 4 hours chart, a good sideways it is going. You have a supply zone over here also, a drop based drop. So that's why we have marked over here. See, it has automatically matched up. So this is going to be your resistance, first resistance. If we are crossing up this, then obviously your supply zone is getting broken, and when supply zone gets broken, you tend to see a little speed movements, but still we have this gap. Let us see what happens tomorrow. The opening will decide where we have to take up a trade, right? So these are the levels for Nifty. Note it down. 25,010 is going to be your resistance, and 24,900 levels is going to be your blue line, that is decision making line of opening, and 24,855 below this you can short till 24,776, 24,708. That would be the last for tomorrow, but if it's keep up the momentum, you can move on till 24,596. Okay, got it? Upside, yes, you have to be very much careful, and you have to take small steps while moving upside. And once the supply zone is broken, yes, you can see a big fast momentum for the upside. Let us, this will be the first, this will be the second, and yeah, this will be the last. I do not see it coming down tomorrow, so it is market, we cannot say anything. Right, 24,250 levels is very the last resistance, I would say. So tomorrow's opening in Nifty will be very crucial. So today, how our levels played and how it, let us have a just a brief summary. Opening was flat, we got a upside movement, premiums moved very slowly, so we started trailing up immediately. As I said yesterday, you have to trail if you are going long. As I'm saying it today also, for tomorrow, if you are taking up a long positions, you have to trail, right? No big momentums in Nifty for upside. Yes, downside, to fill up the gap, we can see a little speed momentum, that's all. So you have to be really quick, and you have to trail any which way. If you are in an options trader, you have to trail. Let us check out the open interest of Nifty also. Nifty PCR is at 1.1, so neutral. 25,000 levels, we are seeing a huge call writing, and 24,900 levels, huge put 100 points gap. So flat momentum for tomorrow is also expected until unless we breach 25,000 levels for the upside, and we breach 24,850 levels for the downside. In between trade, you have to be very careful. Only a scalper can be able to take up a trade and trail the trade. Did you get me? So between two black lines, obviously trade has to be very much careful. Bank Nifty, let me move down to 15 minutes chart. Bank Nifty, we opened right at our support. We were taking up the support, we started moving upside. A small trade got clicked over here. That's all for the day. And in between blue lines, you are not supposed to trade, as we have discussed earlier. We came back again, see over here. Can you see the bounce from 50 EMA? Over here also you got a bounce from 50 EMA. The same situation I am talking about Nifty. Nifty, we still have not touched 50 EMA. So there is a high chances when it comes to 50 EMA, it will take a bounce, right? So for downside, you have to see the 50 EMA is getting broken first. Then you can take up a downside trade. Till that time, you are not supposed to trade in between anywhere. So I hope I am clear out on that count. Sensex, let me move it down to the 15-minute chart. Yeah, Sensex, we opened up over here, right below our blue line, but we came up above the blue line. We were not sustaining. This chart is as good as Nifty's chart. If you see the candles in Nifty chart also, we found the same type of a candles. It is obviously because Sensex is representing BSE and top 30 companies, and Nifty is representing NSE top 50 companies, right? So the trend, the pattern of candle formation is almost same. From here we got a good rally upside. So call options was moving up in a good pattern. From here, obviously we achieved our. From here, if you have started taking up the long positions, first target and second target has been achieved. As I always say, once your second target is achieved, you have to either book out completely, or you have to at least 80% of your holdings should be booked profits, and balance 20% you can trail to the cost, obviously. So from here we got a down, and see it is still in the range where I cannot see a downtrend is not yet confirmed. Why we are looking out for the downside is, it is simple because we want this gap to be filled. If it is moving from here upside, obviously it is at a very high risk. It can come any time to fill up this gap, right? Let us check out on a daily chart and 4 hours chart what it is showing. Daily chart, the sellers has been overtaken, so that is also a good sign that 5 EMA has moved upside. Still 20 EMA and 50 EMA are in alignment. Once the 5 EMA crosses 20 EMA, then we can see that a major trend change can come up. Till that time, you have to be careful to take up a long positions, because EMAs are still not aligned, first. Second, there is a gap also to be filled. Great. So can we see the 4 hours chart? Do we have supply zone? Yes, we have a supply zone over here. So, and as per price action, this is our resistance also. Let me mark up this, the top of this candle. So if we cross 81,700 levels, 715 levels, then only we can see up a long side, otherwise not. Right? In 4 hours chart, see, this 5 EMA has crossed 20 EMA and 50 EMA also. This is what I was talking about. But we do not see EMA crossing on 4 hours chart. It is always on a daily chart, so that we get a good confirmations. Then only we can see that changes in the trend coming up or not. This is an example I'm talking about, that you have to see it on a daily chart. 2 hours chart, well aligned, again the same. So any closing, see this is how it gets made. Any closing below 81,500 levels will help you to take up you can come up till here, not more than that. Let me see the 15 minutes. I think so. Okay, the levels are still not marked up, sorry. Okay, let us shift up the levels. So see the black line which I was mentioning, that's why I was able to, yeah. So these are going to be the levels. This is going to be your resistance, 81,706 levels, and once you break this resistance, you can see 81,800 levels. Once 81,800 levels is broken, then only you can see taking up a long positions for big targets. Obviously you have to trail in it, right? Opening in Sensex will also decide tomorrow. If it is opening above blue line, yes, that is buy on dip situation will be there. And once you get a closing below blue line, the sell on rise situation will start happening. Over here also 50 EMA needs to be broken to expect Sensex to come and fill up this gap. Okay, let us move on to the holdings which we are just a minute, let me open up these are the current holdings which we are having. So maybe Hero Motoko has started moving again. So Hero Motoko, those who are holding, you have to trade. I am very clear on that count. You have to trade since we have achieved all of our targets. We have achieved all of our targets. So if you are still trailing for 5,550 levels, then you have to trade. Any closing below this 5 EMA is going to be your stop loss. So you have to book out completely over there. Currently today, as I said yesterday, today you have to book partial. At least you have to book 50 to 60% of your holdings. If you are a swing trader, if you are an investor, or if you are looking out for a long-term benefits, then obviously you can still hold this trade. Persistent, yes, it is still at cost, I would say, not completely. We have bought it at around 5150 levels. So 5,000 stock, 100 rupees is I would say still at cost. HCL Tech still at cost, 14,080 was our entry levels. It is still over here. HAL, obviously we have come below our cost. It is okay. HL we are tending to keep it for a very long term. Any dips you can add up. Precall it has moved. So 3 crores has been formed, so you have to be careful for tomorrow, and not a big red candle is we should expect. If it is forming, then yes, we have to trade. BDL still over there. Sagility is also over there. Asian Paints is also, we have moved upside in Asian Paints. After breakout we have taken 25,000 levels, so we are up in Asian Paints also. IGIL still at that same position. Yesterday I was asked by few of my students to look out for 2-3 companies wherein we can look for a long-term investment perspective view. My suggestion would be, yesterday when we were discussing, it was Motherson at 94 rupees it was there. So yesterday we discussed, and today we had got a good moment of 5 rupees. So this still holds good, even at 90, even at around 100 levels. Buying this is also a good one. But any dips you should have. Any dips you have to add up. Don't invest up completely over here. You have to go in tranches. That is, say 20%, 25%, 60%. Allowing little bit benefits when it comes on a dip, right? So that would be a good strategy if you're looking out for a long-term investment. Swing, obviously you have to be very strict with your SL and targets, and intraday you have to be very strict with your SL and targets. Did you get me? Right? So this is the one which we were looking out for. Fundamentally strong company. Good cash flow, good ratio of debt to equity, good dividend history. So it is falling in all the criteria, and the most beautiful one is it related to an automotive industry, and since I'm a automobile lover, I have preferred this for a long term view. Another one was again I would not like a, so we were discussing about TCS also. TCS currently, and it is at a junction where we are still seeing a correction, right? But since it is a Tata company and service oriented, good history, so it is IT industry still it is not recovering. Might be due to dollar rate fluctuations, or might be due to visa restrictions from US, or project restrictions from US due to President Donald, US President. Because of his views, might be IT industry is not yet in a recovery mode, but still yes, any dips in TCS is a good buy. Still, the EMIs are aligned in such a way, in a weekly the EMIs are aligned in such a way that 5, 20 and 50, it is still showing a downtrend. So you can start accumulating TCS only once when it crosses 5 EMA on a weekly chart. See, do not go in for a daily chart, go in for a weekly chart so that you get a good confirmation, and then you can start accumulating. Till that time, let it come down, let the EMAs also start moving up. Once the setup comes, then you can start accumulating the TCS. Fine. So this is the review of our Nifty, Bank Nifty, Sensex levels and the holdings which we have started accumulating from the month of August, right? So, and 2-3 stocks. If you want some of the stocks to be reviewed, you can please put it on a comment so that we can take it up in a class, or I can start up a recording for that also. Great. I am still working on how to win big in options, so that is going to be a very big video. I hope you would not get bored, or but that would be a very much precise video which I am coming up with. It might take another 1 or 2 weeks, so please have patience. I will upload that one also. Have a great profitable day. Trade safely, trade level to level, and understand your risk, then take up the trades. Thank you.